Sacre and Jack. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my mic is hot. I'll have to get my voice right here, boys, right here. Different microphone from Hawaii. My final day in Hawaii.
Do
I'm a
you
local
want
now,
to go
so
back to California right now?
I think I'm ready. I'm ready. I've been here for like 11 days. It's time to go back.
What rained
I
more, Hawaii or California?
Dude, you know how every 3 days it rains for like 30 minutes here and then it stops? I'm talking about
Yeah.
Hawaii. It didn't rain at all here. I mean, drizzled barely on Sunday in Oahu. Outside of that, no rain at all. And meanwhile, the coast of California was getting hammered, and I was just getting hammered in a different way. Um, yeah, no, I we talked about this last time, I think, Rob. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. You don't like taking vacations because you hate the feeling of going back
Right.
to,
You're
to
getting
the
that
to the
feeling
real
right
life.
now.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Where
I
are you flying back?
What are you
Hawaiian.
ready for? Is Michael? Are you ready to just be back, or are you ready to get kind of back into that routine again? What do you?
I'm debating whether I just opened my work laptop. I'm debating whether or not to go through emails. I
Don't
probably
do it. Don't
won't.
do it. Don't ruin the trip.
I know. I'm gonna give myself one last day of relaxation. I don't even know if I deserve that, but I'm gonna give it to myself.
And it's always
Uh,
like that, dude. It's always like that. It's like you start getting anxious and like, do I need to check my work? I need to check work. I know I'm missing out on something that, and then you do it, and it
I
just is
feel.
like
Mhm.
spoiler alert.
Yep, and there's guilt that goes along with it. There's like,
Oh,
ooh, I'm so out of the loop. It's gonna be forever till I get back in the loop. It's okay, but I'll be back by like Thursday afternoon. I feel like I'll have a good handle on things. It's Tuesday morning as we record this,
yeah.
by the way.
Knowing what
Um,
you know about that
Before we
level
get
of
into, go
stress,
ahead.
can does this make you? Maybe I'm crazy for thinking this, but does these kind of experiences make you guys feel sorry for people like Adam Schefter and whatnot that have to like always be dialed in 24/7, 365 on sports? And you know that for that guy to get those kind of scoops, he can never really fully be present on family vacation or anything like
Yeah, I don't envy that at all. We talked about this a little bit with we've had this conversation with a few basketball journalists, Jim Meehan being one of them. It's the job, the industry has shifted from like writing features and opinion pieces to breaking news. So that sucks. That's one thing about the industry that sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't envy that. But
That
Adam Schefter
that's
makes like 14 million a year, so that's
exactly.
cool.
I was gonna say that's similar to like GM's life. Like a
Oh, sure, yeah,
GM.
you have to keep your finger on the pulse for sure. And
Oh,
if you sleep on the job, you're gonna lose the job real quick.
I remember Mitch Kupchak. His phone just goes off all day. Think about it. You got agents that are representing players on the team, and then you got agents that are trying to get their players on the team. And you're constantly, and then you got teams calling you about players on your team, and you're just constantly dealing with phone calls all day, every day.
Yeah, so I don't mind it. And I rarely use a lot of vacation. I'm just like a 3 day weekend kind of guy, you know what I mean? And I'll work remotely. This was a big one. But hey baby, we're back. We're back in a big
Nice.
way.
Did you watch any Zag games while you were?
I did, and I have an opinion.
Oh boy.
that. Clear the floor, clear the lines.
Yep. He has a pit and he has a look about it too. He has a look about himself that we all need to hear this opinion.
All right, Big
Are the
Buffalo, tell us what's up.
are the Zags the most exciting team in college basketball?
Ooh, no, that's not an opinion. That's a question.
Okay, let me rephrase. I feel like the Zags might be the most exciting team in college basketball.
Come on, man. Do it more hit it harder, Jack. Come on
And the
now.
Zags are the most exciing team in college basketball.
Okay, there we go. There
To
we go.
go,
Let me find
you
something on
look
the
at
soundboard here for that.
yeah. Do you have a soundboard? Let's fire it up. How have we not been utilizing the soundboard?
Because I don't take the time to update any of these, and it's still
Oh, okay, so like an air horn or something.
well, let's see. Oop, it's clicking on me. What is? Oh,
And you're supposed to be the producer.
yeah. Not of this stuff.
Come on, man. Come on. I thought you'd be like Scott Storch or something like that. Come on.
I never used this feature on my Roadcaster enough. Keep going though.
Go ahead.
USF, USF Santa Clara to get away from the Bay Area. I talked about this on the pod last week. To get away with 2 wins there is Very, very good. It's expected at Gonzaga, but it's still, let's pat ourselves on the back for that. The win at BYU was awesome. That was, and winning, I think, at this level, at any level, really, winning's a habit, just like losing's a habit. You know what I mean? So it's going to come down into the crunch time, the last 2 minutes, 90 seconds, 30 seconds, and guys are going to feel comfortable knowing that they've done it before and knowing that a number of guys, several guys have contributed. A number of guys can step up and hit those big shots. Just like I think the other way it's losing. You know, if you don't have confidence in your teammates in those tight butthole moments, it's not going to go your way. So I'm quite pleased. And then on the other side of things, remember how we talked about Portland was really, really good because they took North Carolina to the down to the wire in the PK 85. Would we win by 40 at home against Portland? So holding serve at home and snatching victory out of the jaws of defeat on the road, 5 games into WCC play, I'm quite pleased. And they're doing so. It's fun basketball to watch, only because we're winning.
Well, I was going to say, I think Sean Farm said it best. One of the games was, if it's a close game, then Gonzaga is not that good. If we're blowing teams out, then we
don't play anybody.
We don't play anybody, and
yeah.
He's spot on. I get that, and I think ultimately it's hard. It's great, it's hard to really. It pisses me off. I'm trying to find the right words about this. Mm-hmm. It pisses me off because the teams we play don't do this shit against other teams. Obvious. I don't know why.
Us. Everyone plays up to. We get everyone's best. Gonzaga,
but I'm not saying they have bad scheduling or anything, but it's like all of a sudden then they lose to Portland by 50. Santa Clara loses to Portland. It's like, come on.
Yeah. How is that? Then that's the thing.
That's the only knock I can say. But for the future, I think it was huge that we came out, and I'm piggybacking off of Jack. It was huge that we got these wins to learn how to win when it comes to crunch time. Who's going to hit that big 3 at the end of a game? Who can we count on to get stops at the end of the game? These are all crucial learning experiences for us to be in the tournament. So to jump on what Jack was saying, I think this is great for us in the long haul. Like you said, it's entertaining. So good on the other teams for kind of raising their levels, but you can't just have a huge drop off the next weekend. I'm sorry. You can't be doing these close games against us and then you just lose by 20 or whatever to Portland or whatever. I don't know. That's the only thing.
Another thing is losing sucks. So a couple of these teams that felt like they had Gonzaga on the ropes at home, and that was going to pretty much make their season or like launch them into the second half of the season, and they're going to feel good about themselves. To lose that and then have to go to practice the next day, like that's it's hard to get back up to that. I'm sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we don't have to worry about it because we won. Mm-hmm. What'd you guys do for MLK?
Oh, that was yesterday.
Sure it was, buddy.
Dude, honestly, we went to the park. There's that new park downtown Spokane, or not new, but there's a new playground downtown Spokane. It was in the 40s, so it felt balmy outside. It felt warm, we were just all these cold days. So the kids and I just went downtown, went to the park, did the whole, there was no one there, which was awesome because usually there's thousands of kids there. So it was nice to just be able to keep my eyes on the kids and not worry about them disappearing. And just had and then we had practice. We had more practice and scrimmage for Q. I've just been basketball these last couple of days.
Did MLK Day stand out to you?
No holiday. That's why people
really
ask me.
No, because I asked that because it's like a big deal in the NBA because there's games
all
day.
I think we get different shoes from Nike.
Different shoes. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I feel like if you look at the schedule, it's like pretty much exactly the halfway point of the season.
Oh.
So they never really, because the All-Star break's like a little towards the end.
They call these the dog days. They call these the first what, 25 games, first 30 games, that's a run, right? You're making a push to get for first place. That's where you're in the
And
push.
you figure out what you are as a team.
Correct. Those are your first 30 games. Now this part, and then the last part of the season's that push to get seeding or get into the playoffs.
It's like
Those
playoffs before the playoffs. Yeah.
These 20 games right now, these are what makes this a job. These are like, this is a job right now. And this part of the season where you're not, it's exciting, but you're going to work every day, pretty much. It's a grind.
Yeah. Christian, I imagine you are a big Martin Luther King NBA guy. Are you not? Were you doing college hoops yesterday?
I'm always been a college guy over an NBA team. Growing up in San Diego, the only it was, you're a Kobe fan or you are like not a basketball person at all. And so I chose that, Kobe was too close to the Dodgers for me. Didn't win any of that nonsense. So yeah, didn't really ever latch on with the NBA. So I was full on watching college basketball and or other products yesterday. But no, I feel like if Rob is comfortable commenting on our show's thoughts on MLK Day, I'm satisfied to stand in solidarity with his opinion on that.
I saw the statue, and I'll be real.
That statue's awkward, man. That
statue's dumbass. It's dumb.
Also, as a white,
the concept, A+. The execution,
thank you. That great. No,
where's
the idea of hugging, I get that, but they didn't, like you said, they didn't execute what the hell am I looking at?
You remember that church where the guy did the horrible repainting of Jesus like 10 years ago?
No.
Something like that. Oh, guy went viral for just an awful, he tried to touch it up, but he turned it into a cartoon figure.
No, I did not see that.
To me, that is what this is, but in statue form. It's like, yeah, here, the concept of redoing this or doing this moment is great. But then here's why did you think that was going to, it's awful. Yeah.
Wait, it's supposed to be MLK and Coretta Scott King hugging?
Yeah, there's an iconic photo of them sort of embracing at like a 45-ish degree angle.
Yeah, it looks like MLK is getting to first base or second base. Can I say that?
That's what you consider first base. Then good on you.
I think it's second base. Second base.
I don't know what to make of it, but I know this is going viral, and I'm not really an internet guy. But did you see that teacher whoop that kid's ass?
No. Yes. I'm on island, bro. I miss these things.
Oh man. You need to watch that real quick, Jack. And Christian, have you seen that?
Wait, let me see if I can cue this up for him.
We might need to censor. There's a lot. The kid starts talking crazy to the teacher.
Oh, there's an N-word used, huh?
Yeah.
Wow,
we just talked to MLK, so let's not throw those out there right after we've given.
That's right.
Yeah. But this kid just starts throwing those around.
What?
Are you watching this?
Can you share the screen? I have it. I can watch it by myself. I'm wondering if Christian.
I'm not going to risk screen sharing this if there's some sort of
because we put this on YouTube.
Used. So please enjoy it on your own. Live react to it for us as a show.
Okay, let me see.
This, Jack?
Let me see. Yeah, let me see how long it is. Oh, it's 33 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You can't pick up the audio, right?
No, I don't hear it from you.
Okay.
Just watch the 33. Christian.
I'm watching it.
And we're watching him watch it.
Oh, dude. Christian, did you see it before? It's incredible. And now that I work with 7th graders, I feel I get it.
Junior high is the worst. All right, I just watched a ad for there's like a new planet. Oh my goodness.
He gets to a point where enough's enough.
Oh yeah, no, I skipped the language part. I got straight into the violence.
Yeah. I'm all about that.
That teacher's like a grown man.
Yeah. Yeah, but honestly, you think about it, and they had to ask me this question when I did my interview for the 7th grade coaching gig. So what if a player is disrespectful or a student's disrespectful?
Then I'll kick his ass.
I said, I'd just run him. I'd just run him to death. But then the band teacher I'm watching this video, and the band teacher, what is he gonna do? This kid's
Yeah.
just mouthing off. I just
That's
love
banned.
how
That was banned. I just watched a banned video.
that was banned.
Yeah, that's a dude. That's a teacher who's probably had enough with this student. Like this student clearly has a track record of being an
Damn
asshole.
kids can be a lot.
Yeah, 10th grade. Yeah, I think we all had those classmates who. Listen. I was disruptive, but I feel like I knew when there was a point where I was like legit like pissing off the teachers, and I would back off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like guys just don't have that social alarm in their
I'm
head.
not even upset with that teacher. I'm like, you know what? There gets to a point where like you can only be like when like now everyone's gonna be on like don't mess with Mr. Clark. He doesn't play around, right?
I would be shocked if he didn't lose his job.
No, he's definitely going to lose his job.
This could get him an opportunity somewhere else where he doesn't have to deal with.
Yeah, I get it.
Dipshit kids.
He's like, you know what? I didn't sign up for this. I did not sign up for this little kid disrespecting me like this.
Did you guys ever experience?
Rob, I think that's the core of all of the frustration for teachers as a profession right now is that they.
Oh, that's right. Your wife's a teacher, isn't she?
Yeah, she's second, third grade.
So she's kicking ass left and right.
She has it off the record. I'll say that she's admitted several times to wanting to.
Oh yeah,
at
it's
least
human nature.
One or two of the kids disappear permanently.
Yeah.
Because and I remember when I did go to school in Louisiana, if you were misbehaving to a certain point, at that point in time, you could still get whooped by the principal.
Oh yeah, really? Like behind closed doors?
No. Like the principal would call your parents and say your son's being disrespectful. Can I spank him? Mm-hmm. And that was still acceptable back then, which is wild.
That is very like contextually hard to believe and easy to believe at the same time. When you set up that sentence of growing up in Louisiana, but then also knowing that we're the same age. Yeah, it's hard to wrap my brain around entirely.
I know California, you guys. That's like
but I think in general though, that's just like that's the problem with teachers. They don't sign up for kids to take out their own personal ish on them every single day. So yeah, some of them reach their breaking point, and it makes for great internet content.
Did you guys ever? One was perfect.
Did you guys ever have fights in your high school? Like, do you recall big time fights in high school? I don't. You do, Rob, up in North Vancouver?
Yeah, it would be like, hey, there was something called the smoke pit, and it was like this.
Oh shit.
Oh, you cussed. It was called the smoke pit, and it was right behind. It was like this ravine that was a path that all the kids would either go blaze and smoke during lunch break or whatever, or they'd go smoke cigs during that time, and they're like there. And then after school, that's usually where we'd end up having our fights or dealing with that type of stuff. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if I ever, maybe like once or twice with another high school that like a party, like things would get out of hand, like a dust up, but I don't remember. Certainly never at school.
Bro, that's the whitest.
There's never any fights
possible.
What? Did you
have a mild dust up?
Right.
At a party, be like you're oh my god, you see, I can't wait.
Listen, I'm not. Listen,
yeah. No, I'm echoing.
It's not on my resume.
Who that was on? Like that was the depth of my high school experience in terms of like I went to one of the whitest high schools possible.
So there were no fights. I went to a white school, but there were still
Joey
fights.
Shoved that kid from Mission Bay on Saturday. Did you see that? I'm like, oh, he shoved him. Okay, great. Like,
no yeah, take that, Mission Bay.
Like, yeah,
we did backyard boxing.
Yeah, but that's like cordial, right?
Yeah,
you respect each other.
Yeah, no, there were some fights. Definitely, there were some fights that showed up, and we'd take it down to the pit, the smoke pit. And like that was where it all would go down. And then hopefully you just were lucky enough if people were lucky enough that it didn't get out. You know, that word got out that the teachers found out, you know.
And then there's too many people.
The smoke pit stays.
Yes. Yeah.
See, if I was about to go participate in a smoke pit rumble, and I knew I was going to get my ass kicked, I would leak it to the teachers, and I'd be like, "Oh, teachers found out, can't do it, damn it."
But here's I think honestly, going all back to it, I think we've become too, what's the word?
Litigious. Yeah, everyone's gonna sue
Yeah.
everybody, and you're gonna lose jobs over intervening or over not intervening, or there's
Not
always
intervening, yeah.
But at the
It's
end
al-
of the day, I think because of the society, and this is way deeper, I didn't even know how we got to here, but I think on the end of the day, there's some people that need their asses beat.
I agree.
100%, like that.
retweet. Yes.
Yeah, like there are some absolute people that just need their, and like,
And
I'm
then end up
sorry,
being
like the
better
dude at
people for it,
the
and they
dude at
learn their
San Fran.
lesson. And yeah.
The dude at San Fran on the baseline that was just running. He deserves to get his ass whooped out after the game. I'm sorry.
Oh, the older guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was unacceptable.
You know what I'm saying? But because we live in the way we live, like you can't have those anymore. And like it's not a $300 bail ticket to get out of jail. Like
No more
not,
malice at the palace.
Yeah. I don't know about that extent.
You know what else you come to realize the older you get and you see fights out in the wild, be it like outside of bars or whatnot. Um, Fights are never as sexy as they look in movies. Like street fights,
God, no.
they're always weird, and the guys participating generally look like losers in like 2 seconds. You know what I mean?
There's no
'Cause,
Patrick Swayze.
You're just grasping. You're trying to get in a shot. You're swinging. You're probably falling when you miss.
Snot's coming
You're,
out of their nose.
you're on the ground. You're rolling around. You're
huffing and
dirty.
puffing.
Your shirt's all ripped up. Yeah, it's not a sexy thing.
Then your one guy's always getting held back, and he's let me at him, let me at him, let me get at him, man, let me get at him. And you're like, dude, you're getting your ass pummeled right now. Chill out. I'm helping you from yourself.
I got a buddy Christian. This was down in San Diego. It was probably I don't know
Pacific
PB
Beach, I'm assuming.
in PB, yeah. And this was last week. No, this is like 10 years ago. And these couple of, you know how it goes. I wasn't there, but my buddy and his group were getting mouthy with another group, and everyone was like, "Do something," you know, because you obviously that's rule number one of fighting. You can't be the first guy to throw a punch, but you're justified if you're the second guy. And my buddy Vince was like, I knew I was going to surprise him. I was going to hit him with one punch. I was going to knock him out, and everyone was going to be like, "That was awesome," and back off, right? He was like, I was all clenched up, and I was like, yeah. He goes, I went and I swung, completely missed the guy, fell into a bike rack, knocked over about like 45 bikes, and then immediately he was the villain of the fight, and he got absolutely destroyed. He was down, and he got some kicks to the face.
Yeah, got pummeled.
Yeah.
No, it's never worked. Like you said, it's not Patrick. There's no Patrick Swayze Roadhouse. Like
going hard at bars in general is never quite what it's cracked up to be. Like nobody ever has that epic night like The Hangover. Nobody ever has these great fights. Yeah, 100% with you.
You can have great nights at bars.
No, I'm saying going obscenely hard. I'm saying like going out and being like, oh, I'm gonna black out tonight and like have an epic night. Like, no.
Well, we're older now, Christian.
I'm saying in general, you still got to have a plan when you're going out to have fun.
No. You're older now. That's the difference between us then and now. Like back then, you kind of just went to the bars, miscellaneous, like, we don't know where we're gonna end up. We might bar hop, blah blah blah. We're just gonna keep drinking until the night's over. Last call. Now you're like, you know what?
I hate bars because I hated those people back when I was 22, and I hate them now.
Yeah, well, that's because you're old. You're getting older.
No, but I'm saying those were just dudes that were in SAE when I was in college. And
what's SAE?
Sigma Alpha Epsilon, the douchiest, broiest of all the frats.
Yeah. Did you get your application denied? Is that why you're lashing out at SAE now?
No. I was in a rival fraternity.
What was your frat?
I was
Sigma Chi.
Yeah, okay.
No,
what was the hottest sorority?
Oh, can I just say the general indictment of just UCLA Greek life was that Greek life not that popular at UCLA.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm sure, yeah. Anywho, it's much more popular at USC, isn't it? USC's big Greek life. Yeah. Bummer. One more thing USC has over UCLA.
Very good at almost everything instead of us, except for college basketball and college baseball. Take that to the grave. That's all I need.
USC's better, or UCLA is better at college baseball than USC?
Oh yes.
Really?
USC's legacy is built on Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco and steroid people like that. And, you know.
You guys had what, Eric Burns?
Yeah, and
I
we
like
had
Eric
Trevor
Burns.
Bauer and, you know, criminals of that sort instead. No one took any steroids. They might beat women uncontrollably, but they don't take steroids.
Trevor Bow.
Yeah.
Well, boys, any parting thoughts? We'll get back to
Can
a
I
normal
ask,
schedule
can I
here.
ask about
Yeah, what's up?
our international signee and
Oh yeah,
new roster edition?
he's gonna start practicing what, like this week, isn't he? So that'll be fun to push the guys in practice or so. Rob's squinting his eyes.
I'm just listening.
Doesn't do anything for you, Rob?
I'm just keeping. Where is he from? Seoul.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Whoa. Are you talking ish on international players?
No,
You think it's just
I'm
gonna
just
take some
listening.
time?
Where is he from?
He's
Seoul?
just gonna take some time.
No, their coaches they beat their players. You want to talk about getting whooped? Korean players get beat. I've seen that firsthand.
So don't you think he's gonna come over with some discipline
Oh no, I'm not worried.
and
That's
some
what
respect for the coaching staff?
I was just wondering where he's from, so I know.
He's a transfer from Korea University in Seoul, South Korea. You can read the whole.
But is he from Seoul? I imagine he's from Seoul.
There's a profile on.
He'll be disciplined as all hell. I promise you that. Coach Field won't have any problems with him.
Is he gonna have a translator? I feel like a lot of South Korean people speak English. That might be a bonus. Yeah.
He also attended the NBA Global Academy in Australia for several years before graduating from high school in Seoul. So
he's well-rounded.
Seoul's a great time, fellas.
I've heard you speak of Seoul. Seoul's dangerous too because you're just right on the edge.
Would you rank it as hidden gem, underrated, like where does it? Because you seem very excited about Seoul.
Tokyo is your number one, right? You love Tokyo.
I don't know. Osaka is my place. And Tokyo has nothing on Osaka.
If you could retire anywhere, that's the.
I'm not moving. Trust me, I'm not retiring in Japan.
Okay.
I don't need that in my life.
How is Seoul different than a Japanese city?
It's more like it's Americanized in a way of like it's less polite. Like it's just kind of like you're in LA a little bit.
Just standard big city. Nobody gives a shit about you.
Yeah, and and it's just kind of just more Americanized. I think based on the American base right there and everything. It's just more Americanized in a lot of ways, but it still has that Korean feel, obviously. But dude, Seoul's fun. Seoul, and it's like only America puts limits on what time you have to stop drinking. I don't understand that. So stupid.
They just have better self-control than us over there, I think.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they're like vomiting and
puking, and they're still in their work suit when they go to work, like waking up on the curb.
Credit to the whole continent over there.
Exactly.
All right. With that, he's Christian on the ones and twos. Rob, I'm Jack Ferris. We'll get back to a normal schedule here. I promise. Now that I'm back coming from the island. Any podcasts I should listen to for my 5-hour flight later today, boys?
Theo Von, always a great one.
Theo Von, Christian.
Are
you a Rogan guy?
I work in podcasts, so I tend not to I don't consume a ton of podcasts because I
do. First problem right there.
I listen to a lot of music, but Radio Lab is my go-to always because I'm a dorky white guy and I like NPR and I like their science stuff. So
National Public Radio too, I'm sure.
All right, boys.
I like it, man. What can I say? I'm boring.
But right on, man. Have a good one. Come